Hey y'all, I hope this video finds you well. So today I'm going to show you how to make these easy crochet scrunchies. I honestly cannot believe that these things have come back in style. When I was a kid, they were all the rage. I mean, even saying rage is that's dating me. But these were so popular when I was younger, and now they're back in. So to create this project, it's super easy. You're going to just use the Goody stretch bands. I prefer Goody brand just because it's a sturdier elastic band. I used the anti-peeling basic stitch yarn, and I did a review on this yarn not too long ago. Check that out to see why I went with this type of yarn. You can use two Goody bands at the same time to create a little bit more sturdiness in the elastic portion, or you can just use one. I'm going to show you how to get started using two, but I only used one to complete my project that I'm going to show you here online. So just basically tie the yarn around the elastic band. That's how you get started. If you do use two, then follow the instructions that I'm going to use right now to show you how to go ahead and get started, okay? So for filming purposes, and because it was just easier for me to work on camera, I used one elastic band, which works fine. I just think the two is an option if you know that you're going to give it a lot of wear and tear, okay? So again, you're going to just secure the yarn around the elastic band by just making a little knot. Nothing too big here. And then once you have that secure, we're basically going to do single crochet stitches around the band, okay? So just to follow along here on how I get started. And if you didn't catch that, please rewind it, because really that might be the most difficult part of this project, is making sure you get the yarn secured around the elastic band. Now I worked straight over that little tail piece. That is optional too. If you don't feel comfortable working over a tail, which basically means you just hold the tail down as you work around the band, you can just put the tail to the side and then come back at the end and then cut it off, okay? So again, you're just doing a stitch around the band, and that's just creating a bunch of single crochet stitches all the way around. So just make sure you insert your crochet hook through the elastic band, pull up a loop, pull it back through, and then you're just going to yarn over and continue doing your single crochet stitch. Okay, see, just like that, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through. Okay, so I'm going to try to stay on camera here a little bit longer just so you can get this concept down. This is pretty much the entire round one. There's nothing more to it. We're just doing single crochet stitches until you get enough stitches around. Now I did not give a number here. I did not tell you on purpose, because the point here is that you get enough stitches to your desire, and I don't want you to get lost in counting or trying to figure out how many stitches do I need. I use the 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. I don't know if I mentioned that, but you can use any size you want that goes along with the yarn that you're using. So if you're doing a bulky yarn, use a larger crochet hook, okay? And I'm just showing you a few more times how I work this yarn around the elastic band. See there? Okay, now I really enjoyed using this yarn. It was a nice soft textured yarn, and the anti-peeling component of this yarn I really did like. So anyway, just when you think you're done, you're not. Kind of give it a tug and make sure that you find every space that you can put a single crochet stitch. Do that. The more stitches you have, the better, because then you won't see the band, and that really, to me, is the point, okay? You don't want to see that band. So right when your stitches start to come together again, you're beginning and you're in, give it another tug, see if you see that elastic band, and if you do, then keep working. So see here, I gave it another tug, I found more black band, so I'm going to continue to work. Eventually you will get to a point where you have enough stitches where the band stays covered, even when you're pulling at it, even when you're stretching it out. So that's the goal here, okay? So just keep working until you get that completed. Another thing, guys, if you find that this camera angle is a little wonky, if you would let me know in the comment section down below. I am working on new angling with this camera that I'm working with, and sometimes I find that it's a little too close, but it could be helpful. So just let me know if this is a weird angle for you. Okay. See, this is what it looks like. As you pull it apart, you see where you can't see the black band any longer. That is what I was talking about. Now, you don't have to use a black band. You can use any color band that you want. Black just is what I happen to have. Okay, you're going to slip stitch to join. So basically find that very first stitch that you created, insert your crochet hook and pull through twice. That's going to allow you to join the round, which will take you to your second round. Okay, you're going to start with a chain of 3, and then every stitch around you're going to do a double crochet stitch. So just kind of pull it apart. This is a super quick project that you really do not need to overthink. You'll have so many stitches when it's all over that any imperfections, any mistakes, you won't really be able to see it, especially if you pick up a self-striping yarn. Super easy, guys. So just pull your work apart a little bit, and you should be able to see your next stitch, and in that stitch put a double crochet stitch. If you, like I say, this is forgiving in that if you miss a stitch or if it doesn't, don't overthink it. This is a really easy project that you don't have to be super precise about. Okay. So again, I'm just going to work double crochet stitches all the way around for however many stitches that you created. And again, I did not count my stitches because this is a beginner friendly project and you put as many stitches as you need to the likeness that you want. Okay. So I'm getting here towards the end of my round 2. Once I've done that, into that initial chain 3 that we created, you're going to insert your crochet hook and you're going to slip stitch to join. So we just did that in the previous round. We're doing the same thing. All right, so there you have it. Now, if you want to stop there, if you had like a little small, like a little girl, you could stop there. That's a nice size scrunchie. However, I'm going to go one more round doing something a little bit different to make it a little bit fuller. So make a chain of 2 this time. Before we did a chain of 3, you'll do a chain of 2 this time. And then what we're going to do in that same space as that chain 2, you're going to do a half double crochet stitch. Okay. In the next space, the next stitch, you're going to do 3 half double crochet stitches in the same space. So insert your crochet hook, yarn over, pull through the bottom 3 loops. I'll show you again. Yarn over in the same space, insert your crochet hook, pull through a loop, yarn over, pull through the bottom 3 loops. These are half double crochet stitches, and you're going to do this. There's a pattern all the way around. Okay, so you just did 3 half double crochet stitches in the same stitch. In your next stitch, you're going to do 2 half double crochets. Now, this is just a pattern that I came up with. If you want to do 4, if you want to do 1, it's up to you. In that way, you can make this as frilly or as ruffly as you want. Okay, so I'm just turning it here to the side so you can kind of see when I say stitch, what I'm talking about. It's just those little V's. You're going to work right underneath the V stitch. See? And if you give your yarn a little tug, you can easily see stitches, guys. So try not to get frustrated if you're like, all I see is these little holes or whatever. Just pull your yarn apart a little bit and then work right into the place that you think is a hole, which is really your stitch. Okay, so again, we're just doing we started with 2 half double crochets, we went to 3, 2, 3, and we're alternating all the way around. So if you want to pause your video and continue working, I'll show you what it looks like. This is a little bit halfway done, so you can see how it's gotten a lot fuller, a lot more ruffly, a lot more frilly, a lot more scrunchy like. And then that is pretty much what you get. So the more stitches that you have around your band, the more frillier your scrunchie will look. If you wanted this to be even bigger, you can probably go around one more time, making more ruffles. So that's it. Once you get to the very end, go ahead and secure your work, cut off the end, and weave in any tails. And that's pretty much it. So I made 2. The yellow, blue, and orange one, I used the 2 elastic bands put together. It is a little bit harder to pull apart, but like I said, I think it would allow you to have more wear and tear as opposed to the red and white and gray one. So this one has 2. Work the same exact way, just instead of one elastic band I used too. And then this is the second one, the one I made on camera. Again, just weave in that little tail area, that tail, and you're pretty much complete. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions about this, please let me know. This was really just for me to show how to use the anti-pilling yarn and if I liked it, and I really did like the yarn. This is what it looks like on my little ponytail here. But that is it, guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please take the time to do that. I put out videos at least 2 to 3 times a week, including yarn reviews and also giveaways. Okay, so this was super fun, guys. Any questions, leave them again in the comment section below, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Bye.